The very first video I ever did on YouTube, my very first video on YouTube was about my son Marlon Jr. And for any of you guys who ever, or you've been on my YouTube channel, or you're on my list, and you've heard a little bit of my story, you know that my son Marlon Jr. Passed away from cancer in 2004. And I talk about it quite often in my videos, and I talk about him all the time. And I don't talk about how he passed away from cancer. I actually talk all the time about how he lived, which is the subject of today's message. And it's about living a purpose-filled life. Because even though my son Marlon was diagnosed with cancer, and even during the latter stages of it, he always lived a life filled with purpose. 6 months before he passed away, he was actually working 2 jobs. You know, he worked at Krispy Kreme Donuts, and he worked at Jerry Subs and Pizza, and they both happened to be in the same complex. So he would leave Krispy Kreme Donuts around 2 o'clock in the evening and walk across the parking lot and go to Jerry Subs and Pizza and work there. And you know, this is between radiation and chemotherapy, right? And so I oftentimes talk about him. I'm always talking about him because I always use him as an example of living a purpose-filled life. Because the reason he worked so hard, even though he had cancer, was because he had things that he wanted to do. He had a purpose in life. You know, there were so many things that he wanted to do. I tell the story about how I want to say 3 days before he passed away, he was talking about taking correspondence courses, you know, because he had to drop out of school. So he was saying, Dad, you know, I think I'm gonna, you know, do some classes in the mail, and I'm gonna take a few correspondence courses. And so of course, naturally, I use him as an example all the time of encouragement and motivation and inspiration. And I'm using him, of course, especially tonight when I talk about a purpose-filled life, because all his life, I think he lived a purpose-filled life. He was always making plans. He was always looking forward to doing something. And I think that when you live a purpose-filled life, you'll know it, because a purpose-filled life will keep you up at the edge of night. You know what I mean? Way past 12 midnight. A purpose-filled life will do that to you. A purpose-filled life will make you beat the sun up in the morning. You know what I mean? You'll be up before sunrise, and sometimes you'll be asleep long after you'll be awake long after everybody else has gone to bed. Now, I don't mean go out here and just wear yourself out and you know, just burn yourself out. But what I'm saying is, when you have purpose, uh, sometimes the hours just tend to blend into themselves. You know, they just kind of, sometimes you don't know the night from day. And I have to honestly say that for all you guys that's happen to be inside of the Facebook group, I think we're great examples of people who are living a purpose-filled life just by taking on a commitment to do the 90-day challenges that we've been offered here. And for you people who are just watching us inside the group, I think that you guys are a great example as well. You know what I mean? Even if you don't get inside the group every day, you just have to pop in here every now and then and see us doing. And for all you other guys who watching any of our other videos on YouTube or wherever they may be, on our blog post, or if we're sending them through mailing lists, you guys as well, you know what I mean? If you happen to stumble upon this, I think that you guys are definitely, whether you realize it or not, have tapped into a purpose. And here at ILN, I think that that's what this is all about. You know what I mean? It's about purpose. It's about passion. You know what I mean? And you don't have to be fanatic about it, but when you have it, it's really almost, I won't say contagious, but it's almost addictive. Honestly, honestly, I can't imagine not doing a video, at least one every single day. I can't imagine doing a blog post at least every single day. And not just because I'm committed, which I am, but because I have purpose now, and I have passion that's attached to that purpose. And I think that you guys who are watching me right now, everybody who are watching me right now, first and foremost, thank you. But I think you got purpose, and I think you got passion too. You know what I mean? I think you just tapped into it. I don't know when, you know what I mean? But I think it may have been recently or it might be right at this moment. But you definitely have it. You definitely have purpose and you definitely have passion. And if you haven't, if you don't think that you do, and you don't feel like you've tapped into it, take a look in the mirror. I think you have. Okay? And here at LLN, we want to encourage purpose and passion, and we want to give you the type of mindset training and the skill sets that you're going to need to go forward, right? To continue with that purpose and passion. Not fanatic, just living a life with purpose. That's just my message for the day. It's your boy, Marlon O'Bennett, saying keep on banging, and I'm wishing you guys wisdom, peace, prosperity into living an internet lifestyle without limits. I'll see you guys in the next video.